Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's pick a card reading, we're looking at the Sirius portal. So the heliacal rising of Sirius, also known conventionally as the 8-8 Lion's Gate, but I do have some things to say about that. We're not going to go too in depth into the distortions of the 8-8 portal and how things have been kept from the lightworker community or even infiltrated into the lightworker community. But suffice it to say that the 8-8 Lion's Gate actually doesn't have any meaning in and of itself. The heliacal rising of Sirius is what that is supposedly based on, but the heliacal rising of Sirius occurs from July until August or even into September, depending on your latitude. So, that being said, we're going to get energy for this particular much larger portal that is going on and what you need to know about the heliacal rise of Sirius in regard to this coming of the new energy or new age. In ancient Egypt, it represented a new agricultural year or the beginning of the new calendar, depending on the season. And it brought the rains and the floods, which would in turn grow crops and bring abundance. So we're going to get messages in regard to what it means for you right now. And we've got 3 decks to choose from. So it'll be a pick a deck reading, deck number 1, number 2, and number 3. Select whichever one feels aligned with you. If you feel drawn to more than one, there just may be multiple messages for you through this portal. Use your intuition to guide you through the reading or readings. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And we'll see you there. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose this deck. I can't remember what it's called. I'm really bad for that. Sorry if you're somebody who likes to know the names of decks. I don't know. I just use them intuitively. I just feel the energy. Spirit directs me to whichever messages are within the decks that we need to have for you to receive these messages today. So we're looking at Sirius. What is this heliacal rise about for you? What energy is it bringing? How to work with it effectively. All right, so you have let go in reverse. It feels like holding on. I'm getting attachment type energy from it right away. And it feels like distortions, the way that these branches kind of feel chaotic. Yeah, it feels like there's some kind of distortion here that the Sirius portal is helping you, group number 1, to release or to let go of, but there is some attachment here that I'm feeling. And so the energy of this will help you release it, but it may feel challenging. Let's get more information. Worlds within worlds. Worlds within worlds. Walk your truth. And I think we can fit one more there if I squish things. Be still. Okay. So group 1 kind of feels like this energetically is a time for you to check in. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like you need to check in with yourself, check in with your spirit team, check in with your energy. See what's going on. I saw 1:44 on the recording time. So being in connection to the others of like mind, I think is going to be helpful, and detaching from, I'm hearing attachments to the physical realm by becoming still, being in the present moment, releasing fear, because attachment is born of fear and the idea or the belief and the illusion of separation. And I'm seeing you being able to access worlds within worlds when you are still, when you are in your truth, when you are connected. And it may have been a little bit of I'm seeing on and off, like it may have been times, there may have been times recently where you felt really connected and other times where you didn't. And so I'm getting this message for the Sirius portal for you to tune in. Like this is what it's for you. And this is what you're needing from it, is to tune in. I'm hearing spiritual reset. Okay, so you're going through some kind of a spiritual reset through this portal. You will also want to look up when specifically the heliacal rise of Sirius is for you based on your latitude. So looking where you are on the, I don't know, you can probably look it up on Google Maps or something, and then be able to pinpoint with some kind of astro calculator. Sorry, I'm not much help with this because I'm not an astrologer, but being able to pinpoint that and then see when which day, specifically which day, you'll be able to visibly see Sirius in mid-morning twilight. Because that's going to be significant. New chapter, but it's coming up reversed. So it feels like this is the closing of an old chapter. This Worlds Within Worlds all of a sudden just flashed at me like it was the World card in the tarot. So it feels like you're working on closing a chapter through this portal. And it's there, I gotta say, like, there is some stuck energy. It's collective, I'm hearing. Oh, okay, good. So it's collective stuck energy. It may not even be yours necessarily, but we all can experience collective things as personal or subjective experiences. So it might feel like it's yours, and it may have a direct correlation to what's going on in your physical life. But actually what it is connected to this collective purge or release that's happening with this reset energy, spiritual reset, collective reset, energetic, fresh start or a new chapter. But there's some stuff that needs to be worked through. And I did see 144 earlier. So that's talking about the 144,000 light workers. There's way more than that, but that's kind of like the 12 by 12 type of energy, 12 strand DNA. And I'm seeing something about like the sacred geometry of the soul. I'm not sure what that message is about, but that may be for somebody. Mother Earth, yeah, see, it is. And as soon as I held it up, it was 444. And at the exact moment I looked down at it through the camera. So this is collective for you, group number 1. You're working on some collective stuff here. And there's multiple worlds of collective stuff. Like they're showing me like bubbles within bubbles. And I'm not sure if that's referring to like different thought waves or patterns in the collective, or if this is like parallel realities layered on top of each other, or if this is like timelines that we're talking about here, or something like that, or even universes within universes. They clarified. They said dimensional layers. Hope in the reverse as well. Untangling some of the helpless or hopelessness through stillness, through inner truth, connection to the hand of the divine. And this is reminding me of the Star Sirius, which is like our spiritual North Star. So there's this tower moment collectively going on in some way. I don't know what's going on in the world. I don't pay attention. I just feel the energies. But there's some kind of collective tower moment going on. And from that, there will be the rebirth. In the tarot, this would be like the Tower card and then the Star card, which comes sequentially right after it. So it's this energy of new hope that is being born. New hope on the horizon, I'm hearing, on the horizon. And this is what Sirius is doing. It's going from night to day, and you start to be able to see it on the horizon at daybreak. So it is a new chapter that is opening, but to open the new chapter, we have to let go of the old one, and we have to do some of this like death processing, transmutation, alchemy, things like that. So that's what I'm seeing you doing here. And you may be releasing some physical attachments, like to actual people or things, patterns, lifestyles, habits, karmic cycles, things like that may be coming up at this time for you subjectively, because it's a reflection of what's going on karmically at the collective level. Yeah. Sacred journey. It's like I'm hearing that phrase, we're all walking each other home. It's like we're all on this sacred journey. And we may feel like we're separate, but we're really not. Everything is connected. And this new chapter is bringing us all, and you specifically, if you were drawn to group number 1, it's bringing you back into the light of day. I'm hearing into the light of day. And they're saying new hope again. Celestial teacher. Number 7 just really stood out to me. So the number 7, life path 7, the 7th day. That reminds me of like Seventh Day Adventists. I don't even know what that's about. Like, what is that religion about, or that sect of, is it Christianity? I'm not even sure. But there's something here about the 7th, the number 7, numerologically is a restful, still energy. It's about going inward. It's about tuning in. It's about being connected, spiritually trusting and surrendering to the process so that you can access additional information. It can also be about the 7 chakras, 7 seals. What else? 7 days. I'm hearing something about 7 days. Maybe something takes a week, or this process for you of the heliacal rising of Sirius takes about 7 days, or maybe it's on the 7th of August or the 7th of September. I'm not sure. Self-worth. And this is a beautiful card because it's showing the light within the self, seeing that self-worth clearly, possibly even for the first time. I feel like there's this need to go deeper. This is feeling like shadow work, I gotta say, group number 1. It's feeling like shadow work, and you're doing this like individual and collective shadow work to be able to access this new level of truth that's coming in for you. These 3 more, yeah? Okay, and then that's it, all right. It's unlocking something though for you. The 7th seal I just heard, and that is crown chakra. I mean, here we have her 3rd eye being lit up by this crystal over her 6th chakra, but there's something about the 7th chakra that is significant here. Connected to seeing the divine plan, I'm hearing. Renewal of hope. They said that again. They just keep saying renewal of hope. That's like Spirit's main message today, apparently. Transformation. Because transformation is not easy. It can be a painful process. And what they're actually showing me clairvoyantly right now is the scene in Harry Potter when they take Polyjuice Potion for the first time. I think that's the Chamber of Secrets. It's like the snake energy could be significant too. Year of the Snake. I just heard that. Okay. And then the Polyjuice Potion is painful. Like as you're going through that physical, biological transformation, it's not easy. This could even be an indication that you're becoming a new person, group number 1, through this portal. I'm hearing it's giving access. It's giving access to, I'm hearing additional information, but I was going to say to new, I guess, integrations of yourself. And they're showing me, because it's connected to that collective, it's like you're picking up the pieces somehow, or retracing things to be able to see where the origins of stuff are within you, within the collective, within the soul blueprint as well. Yeah. So transform the blueprint, fractals, the way that nature grows in fractals like that is about efficiency. It's because you can take up less surface area and not have to use as much energy for growth. And fractals can replicate themselves infinitely. Well, perfect fractals can. So there's something about these fractals, worlds within worlds, these bubbles expanding out on themselves, within themselves, I'm hearing, within themselves, within you. That's why you got to get still to access this level of information the celestial teacher is bringing in, that the Star Sirius energetically is bringing in. If you can get outside and even see the star rising in the early morning sky, that could be helpful. It could be an activation. And I'm just unconsciously noticing that I'm brushing my pinky over my forehead, which is where the 3rd eye is here. So there may be a 3rd eye activation, crown chakra activation that is coming from this collective shift. Especially if you're in the light of Sirius. They keep saying something about in the light. Activation from the light, seeing the star could be part of that. Transformation. Okay. Surrender and patience in reverse. Yeah, I did mention surrender with the number 7, numerologically having that energy. So here we have confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. They always do that. And this level of surrender, though, it's not easy, because you have to surrender expectation and attachment to timing, and that's why we have patience in reverse. I think this is why it's uncomfortable, is because I'm hearing we should have been further along, or there's an expectation that you should have been further along. Maybe this is what negatively impacted self-worth, or this could be the revelation or the new chapter or transformation that's occurring as you go through this transformation of the self, feeling a level of surrender, acceptance to the divine order or timing of things. Because just like the Star Sirius, it's it's a timing thing. Like it happens like clockwork, but also it can be changeable. Like it's predictable, but the way that we measure our years and like the Gregorian calendar and leap years and stuff like that, it's all a little bit wonky. But the astrology is pretty consistent. So there's something about these like 3D concepts that are unreliable timing wise, or even like the ego projecting and desiring certain things to happen by a certain time, being unreliable or part of the illusion of separation that creates the chaos and the attachment, which disconnects you from yourself, your soul family, and this inner hope that connects you to everything. So patience is obviously required here, and it's helpful if you can get still, because you'll be able to tap into that patience to accept the timing of this sacred journey and to renew the hope. They keep saying that. Compassion. Have compassion for yourself and others as we go through these collective changes. Being at peace or at one with yourself will help in that. The more compassion you have for yourself, the more compassion you will have for everyone else, because it is a mirror. As within, so without. You will see that compassion reflected upon the people in the world around you. Even when there's chaos, even when there's people who are not awakened or the sleeping ones, even when there is drama or chaos or things that are happening that feel out of your control, collectively, it's like this massive purging rebirth process that I'm seeing. And they are showing me that there's a timeline. I was trying to say time limit and it almost came out of my mouth as timeline. So there's a timeline and there's a limit to that timeline. Because again, they're showing me the example of the polyjuice potion and how it runs out after about an hour or something like that. So something about 7 days, maybe that's the timeline, or that's the shift point. They said, oh, that's the shift point. So within a 7-day period, the activation or the catalyzation of this transformation will require you to surrender. But if you can move through that 7-day period with grace, it'll be a lot easier. And I'm hearing massive growth. And they're showing me clairvoyantly the fractals. They're showing me like in fast motion, like time being sped up, and then all of these fractals replicating on each other and expanding and expanding. Nature knows best, I'm hearing. Oh yeah, and we had Mother Earth, didn't we? Yeah, right here. Nature knows best. More of these the veins in the leaf being like branches. That's fractals, like roots of the trees, ferns, the tree tops I'm hearing. Oh yeah, that's like crown chakra again. She's even got leaf patterns in her. This is literally her crown chakra up here. Oh, 10, number 10. They said 10D. I heard 10th dimension or 10th chakra. What's the 10th chakra? Shoot, I should look that one up. But it's from the crown up I'm seeing, and there's something about the 10th chakra or 10th dimension. Okay. And they're saying fractalization again. Okay. So this is a very esoteric reading for you, group number 1. As soon as I said that, Spirit went, there's practical bits to it. And I was like, yes, okay, yes, true. But it feels a little bit like a mini dark night of the soul. And what Spirit's bringing through in this are like clues to help you to navigate that a little bit better, to understand what's going on, or to embrace it, or to see the synchronicities play out and have that context for what's going on for you individually, and even the larger context of what's going on within the larger fractals of the collective. I'm hearing Mother, that Mother Gaia, they said. Mother Earth, yeah, Mother Gaia. So Gaia could be significant as well. 5D Earth. I think that's 5D Earth. Gaia, Tara. Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head, but there's shifts happening here. Either way, shifts are happening. Trust the process. Get grounded, I'm hearing. Opening your heart, working with these higher frequencies consciously and intentionally, moving energy through you, I'm hearing. So there's a lot of like transmutation work that's going on through this portal for you. So take your time with it. Have patience with yourself in the process. I'm hearing, even if because 7 days in the grand scheme of things is not that long, but it may feel like it's been going on for a lot longer, or it may feel really heavy while you're going through it. They're showing me an example of a realization I had when I was driving the other day. There's this like little hill. It goes like this down and then back up near my house. And it's actually really fun. I like kind of getting a little bit of speed and then woo, like down and up again, like a roller coaster. And I like did that when driving home the other day, and I felt the G-force of gravity pulling me down as I went through the dip, the trough of the hill. And then when I came up on the peak of the hill, I felt the elevation. It's like fighter pilots, like they have to endure this certain G-force when they're ascending or descending, or doing anything like that. And it made me realize, I was like, when the faster we're going through these ups and downs, the more intense they feel. Because if I was walking that hill, I wouldn't feel that same level of G-force, of the like compression or resistance or density in the dip. And I also wouldn't feel the elevation and the high and the weightlessness of the peak. So if you are feeling things intensely, this is also an indication from spirit. My throat chakra almost just like broke out there. It was like, ugh. So throat chakra, oh yeah, truth, right? Yeah, truth. Exactly. There's some collective throat chakra stuff going on. I was talking about that with a client recently, and I've been going through that myself as well. So I'm hearing stepping up. The divine truthers are stepping up. Okay, so any soul that has divine truth, divine communication, I should say, actually, divine communication in their soul blueprint, it's time to step up. Or no divine truth as well. That's divine truth is the third eye. Divine communication is the throat chakra, as soul level expressions, divine expressions. So, but back to that metaphor of the peak and the trough. It's like the faster you're going, the more intense it's going to feel, but it's short-lived. Both the lows and the highs, short-lived, and then things balance out. So just, I think having the awareness of that for context will be helpful, so that you don't get caught up in the dark parts or get attached to the light parts either. It's really just allowing yourself to move, to surrender. Yeah, to surrender, to flow, and moving through whatever experience you are currently transiting with compassion. Deepest compassion, and an unshakable faith that presents itself as hope, which buoys you forward as you continue to evolve. And as you assist the collective with the evolution that we're all doing together. Because we're all one being having all of these different separate experiences. And they're showing me a snowflake, which makes me think of like, we're all snowflakes, we're all unique and individual. And it also reminds me of the fractal, because what they're showing me is like when you zoom in on a snowflake and you can see there's like little fractals of the snowflake on the snowflake. So it's like there's individual points, but they're all connected to the one same structure. Again, they're saying structural, they were showing me sacred geometry, and I'm hearing, or they're saying structural integrity, structural flaws are being weeded out, I'm hearing, and they're saying fractals. Yeah, fractal replication. And it needs to be in a certain order and done in a certain timing. And they just keep saying nature knows best. So like, trust the organic timeline, I want to say. Trust the organic timeline and move through it with grace. All right. Group number 1, that is your reading. That is your message for the Heliacal Rising of Sirius. I hope that this was helpful. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But Spirit will always bring through clothes. The Emperor's new clothes. Something about that. It's so random. They will always bring through clues. I was trying to say clues and synchronicities and coding and symbols and even activations in my readings. So Take whatever serves your soul for its greatest and highest good and leave the rest. And we'll see you in the next reading. Oh, and if you guys are interested in booking a personal reading with me, I do have options available now on my website. The new and improved website, which is linked in the description box below. Thank you to Rituals by Michaela for creating that website for me. She did such a fantastic job. Everything is much more cohesive. And you can get also now 20-minute video recorded readings or 45-minute video recorded readings. So there's 2 options now. Okay, guys, thank you. And if you want to become a member to dive deeper and access the members only content and the live streams that we do once a month, for the Soul Family tier, you can get that as well, where I bring through downloads and activations for that smaller group based on what's going on collectively. So, these general readings are more broad. The collective readings that I do for the members, the Soul Tribe, are a little bit more refined, I want to say. And then for the Soul Family, it's very specific, but also connected to the Ascension Path. Okay, guys, I think that's all the housekeeping stuff I wanted to share. Much love and gratitude for being here. Thank you for liking the video, sharing, supporting my work in any way, shape, or form that you do. Thank you to anybody who has sent in decks through my Amazon wish list. Thank you to anybody who has sent in donations through PayPal or through Super Thanks? Yeah. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and may you be blessed through this portal. All right, we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose this dragon deck for your Sirius portal. So let's get some information about what is going on for you through the heliacal rising of Sirius and how this is affecting your energy, what you can take from this, what you're learning, just any messages at all. All right, we have Magenta Dragon. Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. Prepare for accelerated ascension. That's the one that's really standing out to me. So this feels like an ascension portal for you in a big way. And Sirius, the star Sirius, is our spiritual North Star. It is that guiding principle. It is the energy of that divine essence. I'm hearing something about seed culture. Seed culture. Syrians could be significant, like Syrian star seeds. I have a whole starseed origin series on my old channel, To Kitty and Beyond. Let's see. Fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. I saw 111. I glanced up at the time after finishing that sentence, which I don't normally do. Expect the unexpected and have fun. Wow. Okay. So group number 2, you're about to level up big time and things are going to move really, really fast. Like it says here, expect the unexpected. I don't feel like you feel this coming. And I want to say feel this coming, not see this coming, because it's different, right? And so sometimes, especially when you're really sensitive and you've been on this ascension path for a while, you can feel when you're about to go through a big shift because there's some kind of like preamble or there's something that is a prerequisite that will indicate that you're about to go through some kind of a quantum leap or time jump or timeline shift or a major growth cycle or ascension phase. It's like you have to do some shadow work or you're faced with some challenges or there's like repeating patterns that keep arising. You feel really stuck for a period of time and then all of a sudden you break through. I'm not actually getting that from this. I mean, that may be the case leading up to this, but it feels like you don't feel the gravity of this expansion coming. It's like, yeah, I when I feel into it, it's like you just really don't feel this coming. Let me get more information. Dusty pink dragon from Andromeda prepares all your chakras to embody higher love, accept and radiate higher love, touch others with its flame. For some reason, the little cricket in his hand is reminding me of the cricket from Mulan. It's like the good luck cricket. And the sound frequency or the notes here, it's like there's a frequency shift happening big time, every single chakra. And they're showing me that this goes beyond your physical chakras. Like it's not just the 7 chakras. They're showing me like 24. And I'm hearing 48D, so 48th dimension could be part of this. Wow. Okay. Group number 2. Who are you? What have you been doing? This is big. Andromeda window could be significant. Kuan Yin's pink dragon, 333 when I held it up, brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Yeah, like group number 2, if you chose this group, I feel like you're really lucky. And if you're not new here on the channel, you know when I talk about luck, the context is always within alignment. Luck is, to me, spiritual alignment. It's when we get into harmony or flow. It's when everything syncs up, when we are connected to the divine, when all of those barriers dissolve and things just naturally progress in a very synchronistic, serendipitous type of way. That's what I'm getting here. Love could be significant because you have higher love, flame, twin flame type energy, inner union, really. Like there's a lot of, I won't go into a diatribe about the whole twin flame distortions, but there's a lot here regarding love. So whatever that means to you, but I'm seeing there's a reset in your karmic balance and you're able to transcend. This freedom is going to bring more fun, more luck. I'm hearing prosperity as well. Look for the divine around you. I feel like you're actually going to see people in a different way. It's almost like you're looking through rose-colored glasses, but in a good way. Neptune could be involved in this somehow. I just saw a flash of like the planet Neptune. And that does give me like rose-colored glasses type of energy. But in this case, it's not a bad thing because you're not looking through those rose-colored glasses in a delusional way. It's like you're looking through those rose-colored glasses from the perspective of the divine, from spirit, from God, from source. You're seeing through the lens of love. And so it touches everyone. And it's not like okay, let me explain the way they're showing it to me. So they're showing me this person walking around with rose-colored glasses on. And if this was a delusional thing, if this was a distorted thing, let me say that the word delusion maybe is not the right one. If this was distorted, then you'd be surrounded in monsters, but you'd be seeing them as angels. Okay, it's tough not to use these types of archetypes, but just bear with me. But what I'm seeing is that with these glasses on, it's almost like you exude this energy of love and you're seeing the true essence, whether it's a monster or an angel, whether it's something or anything in between. You're able to look at it with love. You see it for what it really is, but at the root or the core of it, there's always love there. There's always love there because it's part of this unity principle. It's this higher love, divine love. It's part of this ascension path I'm hearing. And so this is resetting the karmic balance because you're seeing the truth behind the truth. Does that make sense? It's like you're seeing the truth, but you're not judging it. And then behind that lack of judgment, or that, I guess I should say, surrendered acceptance, you're seeing the divine love of everything, which is the highest truth. I'm hearing highest order of truth. Okay. Rose pink, dusty pink, Kuan Yin's pink, rose pink. Pink could be significant, and I'm wearing pink today. This is like my little silk house robe. You guys know I love pink. If you maybe you don't, but if you don't, I do. I love pink. And it's because it's connected to the heart chakra, and it's such a divine frequency. So it prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. This is what I'm seeing. You're connecting with this divine love, whether it's through a person or not. Like it could manifest as a person, but I'm not seeing that. Like I'm seeing you seeing everyone in the world through this lens of love. Like you walk past someone on the street and you're like, I love them. You see a cat or a dog, I love them. You see a scary thing and you're like, I love that. Like, even if you don't, because it's you're seeing through God's eyes, basically. And God loves all creation because it is a product of that. God is all that is, and God loves all that is. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense. Green gold dragon from Sirius. Yeah, Sirius, obviously, right? This is what we're talking about, the heliacal rising of Sirius. I almost forgot because we got so in depth into these messages of channeling about love. But Sirius is clearly significant here. They said seed race, something about a seed race. I'm hearing Procyon, Syrian. We have Andromedan here as well. Where is it here? So there's something about seed races, galactic seed races. Obviously, dragons are a race as well. The higher order draconians. No. But you're seeing everything through love. Oh, geez Louise. Okay. Source dragon attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. This is what this portal is, I'm hearing, requiring of you. It requires you to slow down. It requires you to take a minute and to feel. It's getting into this flow. And that's where you're going to see things move really, really quickly. That's where the reset is happening, they're telling me. Karmic reset. Consciousness reset, I just heard. Greetings. I'm hearing greetings. You may even be greeted by a new type of energy or a new person. Oh, they're showing me galactic guides. I think for most of you in group 2, you are aware of your starseed origin, or you are at least curious about it. But if there does happen to be some of you who are in this group who don't, this could be an initiation into learning more about your galactic history or roots, or our galactic history, and how humanity fits into that, and how that connects to unity, and how that connects to source, law of one, all of these types of things. They're saying getting curious. And I'm hearing the word divulging information, the words divulging information. So Spirit will be bringing you additional information. No, they're showing me specifically galactic guides. Okay, so group 2, you're getting some kind of an upgrade in your guidance system, or through the galactic guides that you work with. They're going to be giving you new information points. They're saying information points or sets of information. Is this like a new guide or guides that are coming in? I'm not sure. They didn't say anything. They just said the word exchange. And they're showing me guides around you. I'm not sure if they're new or if they've always been there, but there's some kind of a new type of exchange, or there's a new dynamic, possibly because you're reaching these ascended levels of consciousness or new frequencies. Chakra upgrades. They are telling me chakra upgrades, and they're showing me again 24 chakras. They're saying top to bottom. I'm hearing overhaul. Oh boy, group 2. I want to say, like, get ready for a wild ride, because you're about to go on like the funnest, most beautiful, I don't even know how to describe this. It feels like a heaven roller coaster. That's the only way I can describe it. Like a heaven roller coaster. Orange gold dragon from Arcturus opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Yeah, there's a lot here to do with starseed galactic races, frequencies. It's all one thing, right? Like humanity, Arcturians, Andromedans, Syrians. It's all one thing. We're all one thing. We're all source. But we have like different frequencies, like different people have different personalities. It's kind of like that, but at a group collective level. So you can connect to different galactic frequencies of these group consciousnesses and receive additional information, they're telling me. Yeah, if you guys have not checked out my Starseed Origin series on my old channel, they are recommending that. And let yourself be drawn to the videos within that series that feel like they're calling to you. Yeah. Okay. That's from when I used to do Akashic readings, and I did a lot of galactic work. I've kind of veered away from that, but it's there if you want the information. So you're going to be a guiding light, or you're kind of almost like projecting this light out into the world, is the way they're showing it to me. Golden Christed Dragon brings you higher love again. And they just started playing that song, Bring Me a Higher Love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. So frequency shifting. And I noticed that like I have what they call perfect pitch. And that doesn't mean that I can always sing perfectly, but I can hear pitch perfectly. And I noticed at the end note there, I went off, and I won't edit that out, even though part of me wants to, because there's something of like, there was an off note, maybe at the end of something, and it's being corrected. Oh, it's like you're able to, you're like, oh, I can feel the off frequency. Oh yeah, the music notes. It's frequency, sound frequency, light frequency. The chakra frequency, all of it. It's like there's an attunement happening. Wait, I didn't read the whole thing, did I? I just got hung up on higher love. Brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. Yeah, there's a lot of heart expansion here happening through this portal for you, group number 2. So yeah, I keep hearing buckle up, and they keep showing me somebody getting ready to go on a roller coaster, but it's not like a scary roller coaster. It's a fun one. It's going to feel exhilarating is the energy I'm getting. 1441 could be significant. Mirroring numbers could be significant. I just saw that one come up there. Castles in the sky, I hear something about castles in the sky. Protector realms. Earth and water dragon. Creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. You may be called to share some of these ideas or information. And then on the bottom, we have Orange Dragon, 1515, brings soul families and communicates together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. Yeah, it's, the Christ light, like Christ consciousness. That's exactly what like the literal Christ, Jesus, or Yeshua did, was bring people together. He gathered thousands, and he saw through the eyes, the way that they were showing me those rose-colored glasses. I feel like that's the way that Yeshua saw everyone. You just look at someone and there's love there. It doesn't matter who they are, what they've done, where they've been, where they're from. None of it matters, because you're seeing through the eyes of God. You're seeing through the eyes of the Creator. And there is only love in the Creator. They're saying highest truth. So this is a huge expansion, and it's creating the foundation for this new growth going forward, because there's this karmic reset that's happening. And so it's like a transmutation or an alchemy process from this period of something being off or misaligned or attuned incorrectly, to it actually being in alignment and having the full, I'm hearing full spectrum. Yeah, top to bottom. They keep saying top to bottom, full spectrum, overhaul. They said that earlier. They're saying it again. And when I'm also a Reiki master, so I'm a Akashic reader, tarot reader, oracle reader, obviously, channel, etc., Reiki master. And when I would do Reiki sessions, when I was first starting out, I would describe to people when I was doing an attunement, it almost being like attuning a guitar, getting the right note. You don't want it sharp or you don't want it flat. You want it right in tune, in harmony, so that it's bang on that note. Because I was talking about perfect pitch before. And it's like being able to hear that. So maybe it's about playing it by ear or listening for something, because it's almost like you can't feel it yet, but you will once it happens. Or maybe you have, I don't know, but you'll hear it, or you'll feel it once it starts to flow. But it's like there was one discordant note. Where was it? Spirit, root chakra, they're showing me, and all the way down the base, and they're bringing me down into the inner earth, and they're showing me the galactic center and the core of the earth, and how top to bottom those two things are connected somehow. Okay, so you needed to like correct the energetic signature of that one last discordant note, and that's happened. Past tense, they're showing me happened. And then there was this period of like nothing. They're showing me like void space, nothingness, limbo, the energy of the bardo, kind of like being in between. And maybe in that space, they're showing me the Hanged Man in the tarot. Clairvoyantly, I'm just seeing it in my inner eye. And so you're able to, you were able to shift perspective to see what needed to be handled there. Oh, the Hanged Man is also, it's upside down. It could be talking about reversals here and how the polarities shift top to bottom, bottom to top. Something about flipping, reversing, karmic reset, they're saying. Okay. This is rich with coding, I'm hearing. This reading is rich with coding, but not just this reading. It's like the energy of the Sirius portal for you, the Heliacal rise. For you, it's a symbolic gesture, I'm hearing, some gesture of symbolism of your rise, your ascension. Okay, all right. I have to say it. When a message channels through and I have resistance to it, if I don't say it, I kind of hit a brick wall and I can't move forward or channel anything else. And I just hit up against resistance there because I heard claim to fame. And I don't know why I had resistance around that, because that message has been coming up, especially like the August reading. I think it was, well, yeah, it was one of the groups there. I won't say which one, but one of the groups there had this message of fame and humbleness and being in the spotlight coming through, which is pretty apropos for Leo season, which is what this is all about. And this is where this transit is occurring, is through Leo season, which is very natural in the spotlight. But the resistance maybe was something that needed to be addressed. And they're showing me Christ again. They're showing me Jesus. And it's like his claim to fame. What was his claim to fame? I guess just his healing abilities. Heart chakra is the healing chakra. So maybe I did mention Reiki. So maybe you're mastering energetic healing within yourself. And I'm hearing casting a wide net, or, ooh. And what they're showing me is energetically, you're casting your energy out further. And that healing is affecting more people. Yeah, and I think that the resistance, for me anyway, I don't know if this is connected to the reading. They're telling me it is. Okay, it is connected to the reading. The resistance for me is kind of like the idea of fame can be associated with ego and distortions therein. But I'm seeing here it's not. It's like a humble leader, I guess, somebody who's called to lead. It's a calling, it's a purpose, it's what you're meant to do. Speak on it, sing on it. I am hearing preach. Okay, preach. Preach on it, speak on love. And this is something that I talk about I've talked about in previous readings, is there's this term thought leader, and I like the term, or I don't know if I coined it, but I say love leader. And I think we need more love leaders in this world. And I think you're one of those love leaders, group number 2, if you were called here and this is resonating with you. And this is what you're feeling or what you're seeing or what you've been working toward. Yes, you're a love leader in whatever way that happens to manifest for you. And it's going to be different from person to person, but at the foundation of it all, or at the root of it all, it is love that you are meant to exude, and you are meant to share, and you are meant to uplift others with, and yourself, right? Included, right? You have to be at that frequency to be able to transmit it. They're saying wider base, stable base. It's like you have this anchor point now that's adjusted to the appropriate frequency to hold this new level of light. Increased responsibility, I'm hearing. Increased energetic exuberance. And they're showing me like this wide auric field going out, 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 out. So very, very big energy here. Energy capacity increased, they said. Yes, I can see that because this is what they're showing me. And it's like this bubble of pink. It's beautiful. I love it. It's pink is obviously, like I said, it's my favorite color. So it's like this sparkly sort of dusty rose pink that I'm seeing. Oh yeah, dusty pink. And it's expanding all like a huge bubble. out around your auric field, and it's touching everyone. So it's like if you walk down the street, this is like touching everyone. I'm hearing grace, grace of your presence. Your presence holds grace. Something could be significant about a name, the meaning of a name, because they just told me or reminded me of the fact that my name, Siobhan, in Gaelic, it actually translated from Joan or Joanne, but the Gaelic translation of it means grace of God, or God is gracious. So you have this grace, group number 2, and you're going to be exuding that out. They're telling me something about symbolism, obviously, right? But like, what kind of symbolism? They're saying interpretation, increased capacity. Oh, okay. So you're going to be able to increase, you're going to be able to interpret symbolism in new ways. And they're bringing me back to that message about new information, and they're showing me your galactic guides again. So you're going to be getting like more or additional information than you've ever gotten before. And you're going to be able to build your repertoire. I'm hearing something about sacred ancient knowledge, galactic wisdom, integrating those two. So it's like past and future, because technically the galactic stuff, I mean, it's outside of time, but like from our human perspective, it's in the future. And also in the distant past, they're showing me, yeah, time is confusing. But anyway, you're merging things together. And they're showing me an atom, atomic, something at an atomic level. And there's a merge, and they're showing it to me. It looks like an infinity sign, but it's like an atom merging together or fusing, or it could be pulling apart, but the way they're showing it to me, it looks like it's merging together, and it's creating this infinity sign type of shape. Interesting. Atomic fusion, but at this level within the self, within the soul. So it's not like atomic energy that humans have started tampering or had tampered with. It's like within yourself somehow. Okay. Yeah, they're saying something about the Akashic library now. They're showing me scrolls and books. It's a lot of ancient wisdom, information, knowledge. So open your heart, because that's where the information is going to come through. I mean, it's all your chakras. It's like your entire soul is just like coming online in a new scale. I want to say, like, it's not like it's coming online for the first time, but it's amping up to a new level of accessibility because of this grounding line that you've been able to create. Foundation is strong, and then you can, and this is something that I remember learning in Reiki 1 was to go up, you have to go down. So and this is the nature of duality and polarity too. It's all paradoxical. So to be able to rise, to be able to expand, to be able to go upwards, you have to also go down at the same time, like the roots of a tree, creating the stable foundation or base for the tree to grow up and tall and strong, and then spread out in the upper branches. And it's like a mirroring effect. Polarities, they're saying. There was reversals, and I'm hearing there's corrections. Okay. I'm hearing sense of completion. So you're going to be getting a sense of completion. And then that creates this, you're like able to move into the next scale of things or the next level. Anything else, Spirit? I'm also getting a sense of completion on this reading. So I think that's everything, but I'm just going to double check. Is there anything else you want to bring through for group 2? Peaceful prosperity, they said. Peaceful prosperity. I love it. And I'm feeling the sensation now, clairsentiently in my heart and my chest, like expanding. And it feels like a soft, flowing, but almost bubbly pink energy. It's very... I really like that, actually. Thank you. I needed that. It feels good. I hope that you can feel it, or that you will feel it. But it might come on unexpectedly, right? You might not be expecting this, but have fun, because this is going to be beautiful for you, group 2. Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys, I'm sending you all the best. I'm so glad that we were able to bring these messages through in this reading. What powerful and positive messages. I feel blessed just to have channeled them, because I got to experience it. And feel like I'm part of this group with you too, actually, now that I think about it. They gave me that message as well. But anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody here who is supporting my work on the channel. Check out my new website linked below. Thank you to Rituals by Michaela, who's a fellow YouTuber here. She's one of my soul sisters, soul family members, and she did design the entire website with my concepts in mind. And she did such a beautiful job. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. And I have readings available and other downloads and things to help your spiritual ascension if you feel so called. Lots of love, guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. If you chose the Angels of Atlantis deck, this is going to be your reading looking into the Sirius portal, if we want to call it that, Sirius, heliacal rising of Sirius, etc. Lion's Gate, if you want to call it that, but it's not just the 8-8. Okay. You've got Gabriel benediction. And sorry if you can hear stuff outside. There's some construction going on right next door, which I feel is significant to your message. Gabriel benediction. Something is under construction. Willpower, through your willpower. Archangel Haniel. And this is the Angels of Atlantis deck, so I feel like maybe there's some reconstruction happening from Atlantean timelines, or some deconstructing and reconstructing. Zafkiel, romance, could be to do with love life, because what they're actually doing next door is they've like taken the fence line off of something and they're bringing in like a bunch of gravel. I just hit my crystal ball. Okay, so there's something predictive about this, and fences have to do with boundaries, and they've got some heavy machinery over there that they're bringing in, like new terrain or something. So this could be like a new terrain that you are engaging in the romantic field through willpower, reconstruction of your willpower based on old timelines. Yeah, and it's like you're getting a blessing from this. This is a blessing, and it could be through communication or something that you hear. Okay. And it brings you hope, a sense of peace also with the dove there. Or this could be even to do with the dove grid, that you're doing some rewiring or reconstruction. Getting out of distortions. Okay. So group number 3. I also want to mention that it's been a few days since I did group 1 and 2. This reading has been very spread out, which I don't normally do. I usually like to sit down and kind of do it in one shot, but that's not how this one worked out. Raziel, intuition. And it's because everything is aligned. And so the intuition will give you the messages you need at exactly the right time. And so it does feel like there's something about you being able to trust your intuition to know when the right time is, because technically I've not chosen to sat down. Oh my gosh. See, I can't even, Gabriel, communication, help me out here. I would not have chosen to sit down and film a reading right now while they're doing construction outside my house if I hadn't intuitively felt guided to. So it's being able to trust your intuition and then use your willpower to enact that when it comes to choices you're making in your romantic connections, in communication, in new hope for the future. That's a message that's been coming up specifically in the last few readings I've done. I've noticed here and on the member side of the channel, I've received that message of new hope several times, and each time it kind of reminds me of Star Wars, but I don't know the exact reference, so I'll have to look that up later. Or if you guys know what the connection is between New Hope and Star Wars, can you put that in the comments? Friendship, Uriel. So this may be a romantic partner that starts out as a friend, or a romantic partner that develops into a really profound soulmate friendship relationship. And I feel like this is soulmate connection. So yeah, I'm seeing the number 33. Christ in energy, or 333 is significant. Raphael, communion. So you're coming together with someone through this portal, or you're reconnecting with someone that you've known for a long time, most probably actually many lifetimes, especially dating all the way back to Atlantis. And even just the word dating is like a romantic type of thing, but I was using it in terms of timing. So again, we have timing and connection. We have integrity, Haniel with the scales. So Libra could be significant. This feels like a balancing of karma. Yeah, this feels like a balancing of karma. And it's about coming back into integrity so that this communion or this reunion is done in a way that does not repeat the past. That's the energy I'm getting. And if this is not romantic for you, I think for a lot of you that have chosen this group or been called to this group, it will be. But for some of you, I would say like 20% of you, it's not romantic, it's platonic. And in that case, it actually was romantic in past lives. But in this lifetime, you've chosen to be platonic friends or same sex and it's platonic, or opposite sex and it's platonic. It just feels like for about 20% of people in this group, it is platonic. But for everyone else, it's romantic. So 80% romantic. Michael, the I am presence. This does feel like a very sacred union. A very sacred union. And I'm hearing tipping the scales in your favor. Something you've done recently or through this as you're being activated. I'm hearing, okay, as you're being activated through this energy portal, it is opening these doors of some kind that bring imbalance, or it's because of the karmic retribution. I'm hearing something about retribution. Reconciliation could be part of that as well. And Jophiel, liberation. It's giving me a sense here, group number 3, that you're being liberated from karma through some actions of your own, right? Like, because karma is our choice, it's our free will, it's our willpower exerted. And so the choices that you've made in past relationships, maybe you've learned a lesson or something like that, and you've behaved differently this time, or you are behaving differently this time, and then as a result you're liberating yourself here, and you're seeing this new hope or this new connection or this more aligned connection coming in. So there's this energy of integrity at the center of it, and that is what balances or tips the scales in your favor in regard to this divine benediction. It's like a blessing and this communion that you're going through. Now, actually, when I woke up this morning, I'm just remembering right now, I wrote in my synchronicities journal that the energy of marriage at the soul level is not about a physical contract or a ceremony or a white dress or a ring. It's about the union of souls. The true sacred marriage is the union of two souls with the divine. So being in integrity within the self and another being in integrity with themselves, and then the two choosing to come into this sacred union. It is a communion with the divine, with the Holy Spirit, with the all that is. And it creates this triangle. You, the other person, and God at the epicenter or at the peak. And the whole thing is connected through source energy. And that somehow is transmuting something in the timelines. That's what they're showing me. And that's creating this new hope, because the future is now open to you, I'm hearing. And they're showing me doors again. So the future is now open to you. And I have been getting this channeled message over the last few days of the song Love is an Open Door from Frozen. And they kept showing me these doors opening. So it feels like there has been a karmic clearing or release, or there will be through this portal, where you're able to move forward when it comes to love in a way that maybe you haven't before, or friendship, right? Either way, love is love, right? And you're able to move forward. You're able to step into a more empowered sense of self. And that improves your relationship with other, because the other self is really just you, but at a different sort of frequency, and it's like a different interpretation almost of yourself is kind of what they're showing it to me as. So they're showing me mirrors now. Hall of mirrors, like in a fun house at a carnival. It's like you've been walking through a hall of mirrors and you couldn't tell what was you or what was glass, and you kept bumping into things and getting lost and confused and doubting yourself. I'm hearing something about doubting yourself. Through this portal, what's happening is almost like you see the way out, like you found the door basically, and you exit out. And now what they're showing me is you like exit out of this house of mirrors, and there's a person standing there waiting for you, and they're like, oh, what took you so long? I got through that house of mirrors a while ago, but we were on different timelines, or things didn't sync up, and well, here you are. Now we can be together outside of that the distortions, like the maze of distortions. So it feels like there's a connection here where the authenticity of the other is recognized in the other, from both directions. So you recognize their authenticity and integrity, and they recognize yours. And the mirroring is not so intense. Now, sometimes people associate mirroring as a good thing because you're able to see yourself more clearly, or you're able to dive into the shadow, or you're able to look at some of these things that are out of integrity, and that can be very liberating. But the way that I'm seeing it, or the way they're showing it to me, is that actually, like, you were in this house of mirrors where you just kind of get banging up against things and getting hurt. And so it wasn't necessarily conducive to the growth, but it was part of this process. Like, you couldn't really skip that phase. It had to happen. But now that you're out of it, you can better, or you're going to be out of it, you can better connect on an authentic level. There will still be some level of mirroring, but you will have this awareness of the I am. And that's the core of what clears these distortions or these illusions. That's another synchronicity that Spirit kept bringing up over the last few days leading up to this reading, since I started group 1 and finally got to yours, group 3, was the word illusion, and clearing the illusion, or seeing through the illusion, or being able to follow the path of the illusion so that you can understand it and break free from it. Liberation. This is the hope that you're being offered through this heliacal rising of Sirius for you. And I'm hearing into September. Okay, so for some of you, or for for all of you, sorry, they corrected me. For all of you in this group, moving into September is going to be significant. So the rest of August and September are going to be part of this energetic portal where you are exiting out of the fun house, you're seeing yourself and others clearly, and you have this divine connection that you are coming into communion with. I am seeing that the third eye will be getting an activation as well. And this will help to enhance your intuition. They're saying something about the clearing of the distortions once again. So there's a clearing of the distortions in the third eye. They're saying something about energetic matrix, and they're showing me a portal in the third eye, right in the forehead there. The third eye is to do with duality. In the shadow sense, when it is not functioning at its optimum frequency, it shows us the distortions. It mirrors back to us all of the distortions of our beliefs, of our subconscious, of the collective unconscious of humanity, previous timelines, things that need to be resolved, all of that stuff. We will see in very black and white terms, and that's part of the illusion. The higher expression of the third eye, where you're moving into, or where you've gotten to recently and will be continued to be expanded upon, is the unification. It's the I am presence. It's the wholeness. And it's through that unified point of view or perspective that you're able to, I'm seeing crystals, so like diamonds, you're able to crystallize your consciousness. You're able to see clearly. I'm also seeing something about refraction versus reflection. When light moves through a diamond, it is refracted and it changes into different spectrums. You can see the whole spectrum clearly. Whereas when it's reflected, it stays in one beam. Is that correct? I would have to look that up, like how light functions. But Spirit has been teaching me about that for a while now. They've led me to certain things about, the dovetail prism. They did tell me the dove, that was a while ago, maybe a month or so ago. They taught me about the dovetail prism and how it moves light through it. And I can't remember now exactly what it was, but you might want to look that up and do a little research into it because it could be significant. They're saying esoteric meaning. Yeah. So understanding these scientific things can help you to unlock some of the esoteric meaning behind what's going on here. Specifically, they're saying, and they're pointing again, they're like pointing directly at my forehead here. So they're talking directly about the third eye. It's like being able to understand the light and the way that it moves will help you understand the way that your third eye works and the way it's perceiving reality. Yeah, so they're showing me an upgrade there, so you're going to be able to see more clearly. And a lot of this is happening through the heart. So it's clearing the mind. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's clearing the mental matrices so that the heart can be more profoundly felt. That all just channeled right out. Okay, great. And then that opens you. That's the open door. Love is an open door, right? It's literally the heart chakra opening. Okay. But it's like you had to see it first. And the key was in the third eye, in your perception, in the duality, in the illusion. You had to be able to see through it to be able to open the door in the heart. And that hope and that new connection, that I am presence, that the blessing that comes from that through the connections and just through your own experience in general. That's what liberates. That's what is freeing you. Golden Eagle matrix could be significant here. They're talking a lot about matrices. I've mentioned these are grid networks. So you're clearing distortions in those grid networks, Golden Eagle grid and the Dove grid specifically. You're getting liberation from some of the distortions that were affecting your ego. I'm seeing the willpower. Yeah, this looks like solar plexus, willpower, solar plexus. So you're getting liberation from some of the distortions that were affecting the choices you were making in regard to love. Right. Okay, gotcha. And Libra, I did mention Libra. Libra, it doesn't have to be, something that is in your top 3, sun, moon, or rising. It could just be the energy that you're working with. And Libra is to do with romantic relationships, friendships, partnerships. It's relationships of all kinds. Balance. I did mention the word dating. So there's something about that. This is the overarching theme they're saying. Okay. That's what I thought, but yeah, it's the overarching theme. And they're saying leading to sacred marriage. So the sacred marriage within the self, and then the combination with the other and with the divine. I did just hear something about a blood moon. When I don't know when that was or when that is, but they just said something about a blood moon could have been or will be significant here. I don't know, pull out your lunar apps, guys. Figure out when the blood moons were or are. Look at the timing of that. There's something about timing here. Divine timing, they just said. Yeah. Okay. So it's all about the divine timing here. There's two candle flames that just stood out to me. They just kind of like popped that out. And waves, they're saying something about waves. It comes in waves, or there's something to do with timing of energy waves or light waves. Mars could be significant. Yeah, so something about the planet Mars or a transit of Mars through your chart. The energy of Mars is the divine masculine too. So I'm hearing renewed passion and vigor. So you'll be getting your energy I'm hearing top tier. So top tier energy, very high energy, a lot of passion, maybe even a lot of sexuality. Mars can have to do with that as well. And being able to direct that energy effectively, that's what it feels like. Whether it's into a relationship or a business project or exercise or a goal that you have, like Mars is very driven and goal-oriented. That's that divine masculine energy in its highest expression. And I'm seeing that here. So you may be pursued by a divine masculine, or you could be balancing out your own divine masculine energy, whether you're feminine or masculine. We all have both. And working with that is going to help to evolve you, I'm hearing. Yeah, it's all about your evolution at the soul level. It frees you from that matrices where you were kind of trapped and bumping into things, not seeing clearly the way through, or what was actually real and what wasn't, what was a mirror, what wasn't, what was a path forward, what wasn't. Oh, yeah. Right. Spirit was showing me synchronicities like crazy about birds flying into windows. They kept showing me that. And every reading I would come across, every reference that would come up to it, I was like, what is this talking about? And I didn't have the context of it, which is how spirits communicate sometimes too. Like they'll give you a puzzle piece and you won't necessarily know how it fits until later, until you have other puzzle pieces to compare it to or to contextualize it. And now that I'm seeing this image that they showed us earlier of the funhouse mirrors, like some of it are mirrors and some of it are glass, and you can't tell which is a way forward and which is not because it's reflecting all weird. It's kind of like that, like invisible barriers. There were invisible barriers. And you being the bird, like there's a lot of bird symbolism here, the dove and the eagle. mentioned those two grids, those could have been the invisible barriers that you needed to break through, and that it was a timing thing. It was an astrological timing thing that needed to happen in conjunction with your own personal evolution, your willpower, the things you've been physically doing at the human level to be able to transform your ego, your perception, your romantic life, your sense of self. All of these things are I'm hearing they were compartmentalized, and now they're unifying, or they're coming together, and you're seeing the bigger picture. Again, they're showing me the puzzle pieces coming together, and you're able to identify what was actually going on here. It's like I use this reference a lot. Like working with spirit is kind of like putting together a 30,000 or 1 million piece puzzle, and you don't have the box for it, so you don't even know what the image is supposed to look like, and you just kind of have to keep trying to fit things together and see what matches piece to piece. But like sometimes when you're putting together a puzzle where you find a piece that makes all the other pieces make sense, or at least like a clump of them will start to make sense, and you can put it all together. That's what they're showing me this phase is for you. That's what this portal is for you. And you're not going to fly into those windows anymore, because you're going to have a clear view of what is a passage through and what is not. And it's funny because I was thinking, we should put things up on our windows so that the birds know that it's not it's not a doorway, it's not an opening, it's a barrier. And actually I did that before any of this even happened. Like I had put up these little refracting little flower things on my windows, because it's pretty when the light shines through them, it makes a rainbow. So again, we have this theme of the crystallization, or the rainbow, or the refraction of light. So this is definitely a theme for you, group number 3 in this portal. Is there anything else you want to bring through, Spirit? They're showing me a light bulb right away. Okay. So information coming in, illumination. Light bulbs can represent an idea, right? It's like that light bulb moment where everything clicks, you see it clearly. They're showing me those puzzle pieces again. So you're going to have some kind of illumination. They're showing me the past. What they represented that with was a lantern, but to me that always represents the past, because it's like connected to the Hermit card, and it's about this introspection or wisdom that you've gained from past and the exploration of it. So being able to understand it. Hindsight is 20/20, I'm hearing. So you're looking at your past to understand your present, to shape your future more decisively. Okay, got it. Boom, there it is. Boom goes the dynamite. Okay, so group number 3, that's what you're working with in this Sirius portal. I want to just call it that, the Sirius portal. And 222 I just saw on the time. So 333 and 222 seem to be significant coding or numbers sequences for you. 2 is definitely about balance here, and the 3 is that trinity or union, so it makes sense. Okay, guys, I think I will leave the reading there. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the messages and that they benefit you through this portal, that you are able to use this energy for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all. I'm sending you all my love, and if you guys are looking for a more in-depth personal reading, I am offering those temporarily right now. You can check that out through my new website, and that is linked in the description box below. And if you want to dive deeper and access additional readings here on the channel, we also have a members side. There's 2 tiers, Soul Tribe and Soul Family, which will get you different perks, different access to readings and messages that Spirit brings through. If you're called to that, you can check that out by hitting the join button. And if you don't see it there, I did leave a link in the description box as well. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next reading.